Let's call NC State the Oklahoma State of the ACC. Oklahoma State wins its 8 or 9 ball games a year. They're not elite. They're nowhere close to elite. But they're never bad. They're not even mediocre. They always win their 8-4 record. I've proven it in talking about Mike Gundy. His record basically sits on 8-4 when you add it all together. Dave Doeren is starting to build that kind of program at North Carolina State. It has taken a while. Search the videos on this channel. I have taken shots at Dave Doeren, but not over the last 3 years. There was a time in which he was making it to postseason play based on this formula, getting beat up in the ACC, going 3-5 or 4-4 in the ACC, and getting to a bowl game just because they played nobody outside the conference, and they would go 6-6, 7-5, 8-4, and they were winning 37% of their ACC games. And I said, why does this guy have a job? Well, Dave Doeren has taken it to task. I'm sure he's checked out the video and just repeated it over and over and over on a loop to motivate and inspire him. Now NC State is playing some good football and is consistently racking up those 8-4, 9-3 kind of years, and they did so again in 2023. We're breaking down the ACC schedules just released here at the Voice of College Football. Here we go. Wolfpack 2024. They open on a Thursday night, August 29th, against the Western Carolina Catamounts, who went 7-4 last season. W for NC State. Then, look at this matchup. I love this one. In Charlotte, against the Vols of Tennessee. Both teams went 9-4 last year. Tennessee leads the series 2-1. They last played in 2012 with the Vols winning 35-21. That's a nice little under-the-radar matchup nationally. Louisiana Tech should be a win. Bulldogs coming off 3-9. Then NC State's got the date at Clemson. This is the measuring stick in the ACC. Clemson only 9-4, down year for them, 4-4 in the ACC. And NC State won the game in 2023 and also has now won 2 of 3 against Dabo Swinney. Then it's North Carolina State taking on NIU. A bowl team at 7-6 last year. The two teams hooked up in 1997. NC State won at 41-14. They've got Wake coming up after that. And Syracuse, they should be able to start notching some wins here as they take on the newly named head coach of the Cuse, Fran Brown, and new quarterback Kyle McCord. Then NC State makes that cross-country trip to Cal to take on Justin Wilcox and company, the first meeting ever between the two schools. Then a bye week. They get 2 games against Stanford and Duke. Cardinal, a terrible 3-9 last year. Head coach Troy Taylor coming back for a second season. These schools have never met. NC State then takes on Duke. Of course, new quarterback, new head coach. The last time North Carolina State met up with a Manny Diaz team, it was against De'Ara King and company, a 44-41 shootout in Raleigh. Then the final bye week before 2 road games. Thursday night at Georgia Tech in Atlanta, 7-6 last season. Haynes King, 27 touchdowns, 16 picks. Quarterback for Georgia Tech. And then at North Carolina, of course, the annual rivalry on Tobacco Road. And NC State and Dave Doeren winning its rivalry game 3 consecutive years. Doeren is 6-2 in his last 8 against the Heels. It's a fair schedule for North Carolina State. Again, we've explained this with 17 teams in the ACC. You play 8, you miss 8 possible opponents. So you should be missing some of the top teams. You should be missing some of the also-rans. It should be a mixture. And we've seen some imbalances. But for NC State, they miss a little bit of both. No FSU, no Miami. Virginia Tech, 7-6 last year. BC, 7-6. Louisville, also not on the schedule. That's a bit of a break for the Wolfpack. No Virginia, SMU, and again, Boston College. You see the teams that North Carolina State will not play in 24. Love that they play Tennessee out of conference and also have Clemson in the first month. We find out about NC State early here in 2024. Your thoughts about Dave Doeren's job there in Raleigh and the Wolfpack going forward right here at the Voice of College Football.